Hello everyone, this is the pipes mod tutorial and this is actually going to be a big one, so let's begin. So pipes are like hoppers, they allow us to transport stuff across chests, but unlike hoppers they offer way more options. So we have the extraction pipes and the transport pipes. So this pipe is going to extract items from this chest and this is going to transport it to this chest. So this is the cobblestone, and this is the wooden. And to power this, redstone engine is gonna be enough. So let's power it. And as you can see, now the engine is on and the items are traveling through the pipes to the other chest. Even if a redstone engine is enough for pipes, you can also use better engines. So for example, I have here a better engine, and as you can see, it's going to do nothing because this is an emerald filter pipe. So for example, I have a bunch of items here. And for example, let's say I only want to extract grass blocks and stone. So we select whitelist, we put the grass, we put the stone, and now it's going to extract only that. And as you can see, it's going to extract way faster. So it's all the grass and stone here. And yeah, it's here. Pretty good. So, as you can probably see, items travel really slow. So, in this example, I'm using golden pipes. These pipes have the property of making items go really fast. So, let's see. So, it starts slow, but once it enters the golden pipe, as you can see, it's going faster. So, you need to transport great distances, you can use golden pipes. Now, for this, we have different kinds of pipes. Let's see. You can see the cobblestone says high drag, medium drag, and low drag. So, let's see. For the cobblestone, you can see it's going to go out. It's going fast, but almost instantly it's going to slow down. Now with the stone, okay, it's getting speeding up. As you can see, it doesn't lose as much speed. And now for the quartz, the temps are up. And as you can see, they basically don't lose any speed. So yeah, probably quartz pipes are cheaper than golden pipes, so you don't need to use golden pipes all the way. Okay, next up. So we have two chests, and we want to transport items from these two ways to this way. So if we start the engines right now, what can we do? Well, that's where the iron pipe comes in. To use the iron pipe, we're gonna need these two items, which is the pipe and a wrench. So we place pipe. Wait, hmm? No, this is a stone pipe. What the heck? There we go. So as you can see, it has those things. With the branch, we can decide the direction. So now it's pointing to this direction, and I can also point here or here, but I'm gonna stay with here. So now all the items. Oh yeah, you can also change direction with redstone. But whether, as you can see, all the items are now going through the chest. No other items in any other direction. Anyways, so let's say I have a transport system here and I have a chest or any other container that I don't want the pipes to connect to. So for this, I can use a sandstone pipe. So if I connect it, as you can see, it's not connected. And now items are going to go and only to the chest. Okay, if we need more complicated routing, this is where the diamond pipe comes in. So I have a bunch of oak planks and stone. So I want the oak planks to go to the red and to the blue. So we select it and red and blue. And now the stone is gonna to the green and yellow. So green and yellow. Okay, as you can see, it doesn't use the item. It's just a filter. So if I try to get it, it's not gonna give anything. But anyways, okay, right. Now this chest has both. So if I start this engine, you are going to, whoop, you're going to see how they go to the correct direction. So they can go through the same pipe, but they don't get mixed. So if you need two pipes to go through the same place, you can use this to route them. So only stone and only wood. And when they mix, as you can see, they go seamlessly through each other without any problem. Okay, so this pipe is a special pipe. It's like the diamond pipe, but it's for forestry bees. So here I can see any bees, drones, whatever. Okay, next pipe. I have a chest full of items and a chest to store them. So the clay pipe is a special pipe that it's going to place items in the closest inventory. So in this case, this chest, so items will come in, and then they are going to go through this chest, like through this chest first, then this one, then this one. So let's see. As you can see, the items are coming. They are going to go to this chest, and as you can see, the chest is filling. And once it gets full, it's going to go to this other chest. Okay, so now it's full, and as you can see, they are now going through this chest. And once this chest also gets full, they are now going to go to the next chest, and so on and so forth. Okay, this pipe is a special pipe that allows you to use items automatically. So for example, I have a block here. If I place a block, it's going to get placed, as you can see here. So any item that you have, for example, shears. If you have shears, it's gonna right click it. So if, for example, I have a sheep here, it's going to get the wool. So here's the sheep. The shears come. As you can see, get out here. They can also pick up blocks. So for example, I have a block here, and if I give it power, it's going to pick up the block. Okay, next pipe is the obsidian pipe. So let's say I have a bunch of items laying in the ground. What the obsidian pipe is going to do is to suck them. You can see it's sucking the items. And it's going to transport. That actually looks pretty good. So now that and there we go. Right, this part is more complex, so I'm gonna actually explain it later once I explain gates. Okay, so those are the item pipes. But you can also use fluid pipes, which can transport any fluid. So I have water, oil, fuel, honey, and biomass. So the general idea is the same. We have a fluid, an extraction pipe, and a transport pipe. So the fluid gets extracted and it's going to get transported. They have a rate. For example, this one is 10 millibuckets per tick, and this one is 10 millibuckets per tick as well. The emerald pipe works the same. You can use filters. Okay, so this is 10, this is 20, this is 40, and this is 80. So I have a system that is going to extract liquids at the same time. As you can see, the faster pipes extract the liquid faster, and the slower pipes extract slower. So this liquid is basically at half, but this still has a lot remaining. As you can see here. The gold pipe actually has 80, but because the emerald pipe only supers up to 40, so in this case the bottleneck is the emerald pipe. Same with transport pipes. If you don't want a pipe to connect to something else, you can use a sandstone pipe. So the fluid is gonna go here, and as you can see, it's not going inside. We also have the clay pipe, which does the same. So yeah, you can see a filter. Let's remove that. You can see it only goes here, and once this container is full, it's going to go this way. Okay, so the iron and diamond pipes work the same. You use those as filters. So the green one is creosote, the blue one is ethanol, and the yellow one is lava. And in this case, so those three liquids, only one pipe, but as you can see, the liquid goes through and only to this one. It's actually the fastest pipe that supports emerald. So yeah, it's almost done. And there we go. Also with this, let's pump it. Because it goes to this place. And let's see what happens if you try to mix fluids. As you can see, because this pipe already has something, it can't go through. But once this is finished, it's going to go, as you can see here. So yeah, you can safely use fluids in other pipes, but if there's another fluid already there, it's not gonna allow it to flow. So yeah, be careful with that. So the lava is almost gone. And here we go. Routed successfully. Okay, now we are gonna see the energy pipes. So we have our transport pipes to give coal, our liquid pipes to give water, boiler, it produces steam, and we have the engines. Remember that engines need power, so it's not gonna do anything. So we have the kinesis pipe, which is for power. So we have the wooden, which is the extraction, and stone, which is the transport. This is a battery. It's empty currently. So once we turn this on, you can see it's getting steam and it's going to produce power, as you can see here. So different amounts of pipes have different power ratings. For example, the cobblestone pipe. Hmm, what's wrong with this thing? What's wrong? Okay. Has a rating of 80, which you can actually see here, 80. The stone pipe has a rating of 116. The quartz pipe has a rating of 640. The iron pipe is a special pipe, so we have range here. As you can see, it says 20, then 40, 80, 160. So, for example, if I give it power, it's gonna say 160, but if I change it to 320, 320, 640, 1280, and again 20. The golden pipe has a rating of 2560, and the diamond pipe has a rating of 5120, which is actually 10,000. The rating is 10,000. So you can actually add even more engines. Let's do that. And that's the limit. 10,240. Okay, so now we can also get the sandstone pipe, so it's gonna give power to this furnace, but not to this one. And something interesting about pipes is that they can actually do a lot more. So what we have here is some really useful things, like the pipe plug, the facade, and the other facades. So the pipe plug, it's a very useful item. It allows you to prevent pipes from connecting, as you can see here. It's no longer connected. But you can also use these items to prevent that. So to place them, as you can see, here's the block, here's another one. So if I want to place it to this pipe, be careful, like so. And let's say I place one where I don't want to, so I use shift and right click it to pick it up. As you can see, the pipes are not connected, but if you want to place them but still be connected, you can use this. So as you can see, it looks like the pipe goes through, which actually looks pretty cool. So you can have pipes inside walls, and you can also cover them with blocks, so it doesn't look like anything here, just a regular iron block, but there's a pipe inside, and it works alright. So the items go here and without any issue. Same here. So we have the items flowing, and they go through this chest. So the next big thing pipes have is the gate, and the gate is a very powerful item. So how do you make gates? Okay, to make gates, we need the assemble table. So let's say I want to make some gates. You need to put some lasers and give them power. So let's search gate and the basic gate. So to make a basic gate, I need a redstone chipset and a red wire. So redstone chipset and red wire. There we go. So we place the items and you can see it says basic gate. We click it and now it's gonna give the lasers are gonna give power to the assembly table and it's gonna be crafted. Once the items are crafted, they are gonna pop out. So if you want to use them, just place a chest. So once it's finished, you just open the chest and the gate's gonna be here. But anyways, once we have a gate, you place them on the pipes and you can actually get some logic. So here I have a Stirling engine with some coal and a redstone engine. So as you can see, the redstone engine doesn't actually give power to the pipe, and that's because the hopper is already full. So we have some coal, but once I remove the items, you can see it's gonna request that, and the engine is gonna suck some items. Pretty cool, isn't it? So in this, if the inventory of the hopper is empty, then give a redstone signal. So that's actually why engines need redstone, so you can automate them. So I have a furnace here, and let's say I want to cook something. I don't know, some beef. So this pipe says, if it requests power, it's gonna give redstone signal. So the signal is here, and the power is going up. And I can cook my beef to eat healthy. Got the arrow here. Awesome. So once this is full of energy, it's going to stop and your items are not gonna be wasted. You can do a lot of pretty cool stuff. So for example, here I have, if there's not redstone, then make redstone. So it makes redstone, but because there's no redstone, it doesn't. And this makes a very powerful clock, which only uses one block. You can also use those pipe wires. So let's get out of here. So for example, I have a blue pipe wire and I place it, and a red pipe wire, I can also place it. So for example, this is, if I get a redstone signal, you can send a blue pipe signal. So it's going to send the signal, as you can see, the pipe close, and now it's receiving here. If you receive a signal, turn redstone, and also this. So you can use redstone signals, or pretty much any signal, through pipes, and they don't interfere with each other. Be careful because different gates have different signals. So for example, it says compatible wires, red. So if I were to use a basic gate, I can only interact with red pipes. So here I can see if red signal, but I can't use blue signals. So yeah, you gotta be careful with. Now, if you have different kind of pipes, you can't connect them. If you want to connect them, you have to use a structure pipe, which also can be used for facades, which is the next big thing. So let's say I have this, and actually, okay, let's see. So place this and say, if I get a red signal, give redstone, so I can cover the pipes with facades. And as you can see, it just looks like a block, but you can transmit signals. Pretty cool, actually. Also, you can use logic. So, for example, we have an OR gate, signal. So this is, if I get a red signal or a blue signal, I'm gonna get a redstone output. So if I give this, it's gonna get an output. And if I give this, it's also going to give an output. You can also make AND gates. So in this case, if I get a blue signal and a red signal, I'm going to get a green signal. But you can use other stuff. So if the red signal is off, so in this case, the blue is on, the red is off, because that's the condition. But if it is on, because the condition is no longer met, it's not gonna give power. You can also do it the other way, so it is off, make it on. Really good. Now, a good thing about this is that you can give them upgrades. So, for example, this is an autarchic pulsar, and what this does is it removes the engine. So you have items here, and you have items here. So in this case, if there's any space in the inventory, then send a red pipe signal. And because there's actually space, then it's going to send a signal. Space means slots. So if there's an empty slot, it's gonna send a signal. So even if you have like, I don't know, a bunch of stone here, like so, even though it can accept more stone because there's no slots, it doesn't count. So I'm going to remove one. And this is an AND gate, so it says if a red pipe signal and a redstone signal are on, then give an energy pulsar. So you can see the items are actually being extracted. Another upgrade you can give it is the timer. So each 5 seconds it's gonna give a signal. But of course you can also give like the red signal, the blue signal, whatever. This is the redstone fader, so you can use actually redstone levels. In this case it is redstone level 15, then give 2. So I have a hopper full of iron picks, actually almost full. So this comparator is giving signal, but it's not 15, so this is off. Once I give it a pickaxe, the signal is going to be 15, so it's the condition is met, and it's going to give a redstone signal of 2. So as you can see, it's only 2. Another condition is the bright, dark. So this is the light sensor. So in this case it's bright. So if I give bright, then it's gonna give a signal. And this one is the gate size only. So in this case, if I give it power, you can see it's only giving redstone in this side, not in the other sides. You can also place stuff in facades, pretty cool. Okay, now that I finally explained gates, I can go back to this example, which is sorting, and there's a lot to cover here. So, I have some items here, I have some items here, and, well, I don't have items here, but anyways. As you can see, I have planks and dirt, and here I have grass and stone, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to place planks here as well. So, we have the iron pipe, we have the Daisuli pipe, the Lazuli pipe, and the Emisuli pipe. I'm gonna explain everything. So, as you can see, there's filters here. This is the green filter. This is a white filter. And how filters work? Okay, so I have a filter. No, actually, it's white. There we go, white lens. So if I place a lens in a pipe, when items come through this lens, they are gonna get painted, and when your items are painted, they are only going to go through that filter. So in this case, this is a green filter, this is a white filter. So the items are gonna go through this chest. Even if this side has no filter, because there's a filter here, it's gonna go through this path. So let's check it out. So we get the items. You can see they get painted and they go through this white filter. Now, you don't only use the lens, you can also use a transport pipe. So in this case, let's say I want to also use white. I use a white dye. I don't know, actually, here we go. So I use a white dye, and now it's gonna be the same. Here we go. It's gonna give the same result. Now, why would you use pipes instead of just a lens? Well, that's because we can actually use gates. So, I place a gate here, and if I say this, there's a redstone signal, then bind them, I don't know, green. Here we go. So now, I'm gonna give a redstone signal. You can see that it's green now. And now, if I use this, they are gonna get green. And now that they are green, they are going to go through this filter. So as you can see, the items are coming. And here we go. They were. So this is a basic gate. Let's use an OR gate, an iron gate. So let's see. If I place it, I can say if there's a signal, then paint them white. If there's not a signal, then paint them green. So now I can use a redstone signal to control the color. So this is pretty cool because it means, let's say the white chest is full. Now, if I place it here, if the inventory is full, then use a wire here, send a signal. So now I can get a signal here. And now, instead of using this, I can use a signal. So, if the signal is off, then paint them white. And if the signal is on, then paint them green. So, if I get a bunch of pickaxe, oh, if I get a bunch of pickaxes, maybe tomato. So now the pickaxes are getting white. They are going to go through this place. Oopsie. So yeah, this is, I believe, a white filter. Yeah, this is like, okay, yeah, I messed up. So this is like a white filter, but yeah, it's a Daisuli pipe. It's like an iron pipe, but it uses a filter. So in this case, I'm gonna use green dye. So I'm gonna paint green, and let's do that again. So now the peaks are white, and now that they are white, they are coming. Yeah, of course. And whoop, what happened? Hmm. Anyways, so this is a special pipe. So it says if there's a signal, use the red preset. If there's not a signal, use the green preset. So if I right click it, you can see the red preset is magenta and the green preset is lime. So this is a green filter and I'm gonna use a lime, okay. And magenta, I'm gonna use a magenta lens right here. No, right here. So now there's not a signal, so it's gonna use the green preset, which is lame. So I'm going to extract the items. As you can see, they are green. They go through this pipe to this other pipe, and there we go. They go through this place. And now, if I place redstone here, the items are now gonna be magenta. So they go through here, then here. This is going to ignore it, and to the magenta place. So yeah, this is actually pretty complicated, but once you fully understand this, it's gonna be pretty powerful to make insane sorting pipes. So anyways, I hope you understood, and that's it for today.